Here's a reminder of how you have to set out your working when we're doing questions that involve substitution. Sometimes we're asked to evaluate, and evaluate, if you look at this part here, value means find the value of an expression when we're given the numeric values or the numbers to replace into our expression. For example, evaluate a plus 2 when a equals 4. So to do that, what we have to do is we have to write out our expression. We then show the substitution. So we're going to replace a here by the number 4. So we're going to get in our working 4 plus 2. Once we've all got numbers and no letters left, then we do the calculation. So 4 plus 2 equals 6. Here's another one. If b is 3, find the value of 2b plus 5. Remember, 2b means 2 times b, and when you substitute in your number, we have to put that times back in here. So that becomes 2 times 3 because we're told b is 3. Now we have to use BODMAS because we've got multiplying and adding. So with BODMAS, we multiply before we add. So we have 6 plus 5, and then we get our answer of 11. Sometimes you'll be given 2 letters to substitute in. For example, here, 3p minus 4q. Remember that that is 3 times p minus 4 times q. The value of p is 5. The value of q is 2. So when we substitute that in, our working looks like this. But we must include this first line in here as well. BODMAS again, multiplying before subtracting. So there's 2 multiplying, so we could do both of them. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 2, 8. 15 take away 8 is 7. Another one with 2 letters, but a number at the start here. This means 10 times x times y. So when we substitute in 5 for x and 4 for y, we must remember to put in our multiplication symbols. 10 times 5 is 50, times 4, 200. And then we can get expressions that look like this with squares or cubes where we have powers. Remember, s squared means s times itself. T squared means t times itself. So if we had somewhere there should be, yes, I've got the animation wrong there. So if s is 1 and t is 6, then we're substituting 1 in for s, we're substituting 6 in for t. 1 squared, 1 times 1. 6 squared, 6 times 6. 1 take away 36 is negative 35. And remember, you can use your calculator when you're doing the actual calculations here. So when we come on to using formulae, that is just the same as substitution. The question might look very much more complicated, but the working is the same. So let me run through a couple of examples here for you. So in physics, we've got this law of motion formula, which was Isaac Newton's formula, and it's given by the formula F equals ma. So F equals m times a. F stands for the force, m stands for mass, and a stands for acceleration. So it doesn't matter even if you don't understand any of this, all you have to look for is the formula and the values that you're going to replace these letters by. So we've got a replacement for m, or a substitution for m, and a replacement or substitution for a. So same as before, we write down our formula. F equals ma. ma means m times a. The value of m was 0.4. The value of a is 2. So you get 0.4 times 2, which is 0.8. Sorry about this coming up at the bottom here. I can't stop that appearing if I put my cursor down. 0.8 is your answer here. But remember, we were told that this has to be measured in the measurement of force, which is newtons. So we must remember to put in these practical formulae questions, we must remember to put in our units. Here's another one here. These formulae you're not likely to have come across before. They're new formulae. Some of them are just made up, some of them are real ones. A taxi company uses this formula, F equals 2.30 plus 0.5 m, where F is the fare, and it's being measured in pounds, and m, which is the only other letter in this formula, is the number of miles travelled. So if we're asked to find the fare, we're asked to find F for a journey of 11 miles. Well, the number of miles is m, so we're going to replace m by 11. So we write out our formula, F equals 2.30 plus 0.5 m. We now know that m is 11, but 0.5 m must be written out in full as 0.5 times 11. We've got multiplying here to do first. When we add on our calculator, it comes up as 7.8. But remember, this F is standing for money. So first of all, we've got to put in our pound sign, and also to remember that we can't just leave our answer as 7.8. If it's money, it has to have 2 decimal places. Now you should be ready to try the worksheets that I have posted for you.